Pennsylvania Files. At 8:42 on a November morning in 1964, a 51-year-old widow in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, asked her granddaughter to bring her a book of matches. 6 minutes later, the fire department was knocking on her door. There wasn't much left of her but ashes and a pair of legs.
Oh, good. A happy one. Are we doing happy stories now? Just opening with that?
Her name was Helen Ann Hessen Conway, born in New York City, 1913, widowed, 51 years old. She lived at 527 Argyll Road in Upper Darby, a Philadelphia inner ring suburb in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. That night, she was babysitting her 2 grandchildren.
Okay. And then she just burned? Like, while the grandkids were in the house?
The morning of November 8th, around 8:42, her granddaughter Stephanie walked up to her bedroom and handed her a book of matches. Helen asked for them. The kid went back downstairs. A few minutes later, a neighbor on her way to church looked up at the second floor of 527 Argyll and noticed an odd glow in the upstairs window.
Oh, of course there's a neighbor. There's always a neighbor. Always somebody on the way to church who happens to look up at the exact window.
8:48 a.m. The Upper Darby Township Volunteer Fire Department was already on the scene. 6 minutes after Stephanie left the room. 6 minutes. And what they found in that upstairs bedroom is what made Helen Conway one of the most cited cases in spontaneous combustion literature. She was still in her overhistoled armchair, or what was left of her. Her left arm was burned to the bone, bracelet still attached, her torso gone, her head gone. Only her lower legs survived, from the knees down, blistered.
Wait, hold on. Blistered, like she was still alive when it was happening? No, that's not okay. That's the part you skipped past, idiot.
Wet blisters. That's the detail fire pathologists noticed first. Wet blisters only form on living tissue. So Helen's body was being consumed by fire, but her legs, somehow, were alive long enough to blister. How long she stayed conscious is the question nobody can answer.
Okay, so when my mom tells me to quit smoking, this is what she means. Great. Cool. Filing that one away.
Here's where it gets strange. On a small table right next to her chair, a telephone had melted into a puddle of plastic. Right next to it, a pack of cigarettes, untouched. Across the room, a television set on the dresser had melted. A doll next to it, fine. The sheets on the bed in the adjoining room, spotless.
Okay, wait, that's actually wild. The phone melts, but the cigarettes don't? How does a fire pick favorites like that? That's not how fire works. Fire doesn't have a guest list.
And that's the question that wouldn't go away. The fire chief at the scene estimated Helen had been burning for around 21 minutes, but Stephanie had handed her those matches 6 minutes before the firemen arrived. A Pennsylvania researcher named Larry Arnold ran the timeline in his 1995 book Ablaze. His conclusion: her body was consumed in roughly 6 minutes.
6 minutes? To turn a person into ash? That's not a house fire. That's a cremation oven. And those take 2 hours.
Skeptics have an answer. They call it the wick effect. In 1996, a researcher named Joe Nickel argued, in Skeptical Inquirer, that Helen's body fat acted as fuel. Her clothes caught fire from a cigarette. The burning fabric became a wick. The fat in her torso kept it burning hot and slow, like a grease fire. He even noted one detail in the scene report. An assistant fire chief searching through the smoke sank his hand into something greasy.
Oh, something greasy. Cool. Cool. I needed that image. Thank you. Truly. A gift.
2 years later, about 150 miles north of Upper Darby, Coudersport, Potter County, Pennsylvania, a 92-year-old physician named John Irving Bentley was found in his bathroom, or what was left of him. A leg in a boot, a metal walker, a hole burned straight through the floorboards. 2 famous Pennsylvania cases, same era, same impossibility.
Pennsylvania really does have a thing for this, huh? Welcome to the state. Please don't sit too long.
Helen Conway is buried at Cavalry Cemetery in West Conshohocken, Montgomery County. Her death certificate says 3rd-degree burns. Accidental. But the photograph her fireman took that morning, Robert Meslin, who'd go on to become Upper Darby's fire marshal, that photograph has been a fixture of spontaneous combustion lore ever since. Because nobody has explained the 6 minutes.
She asked her granddaughter for matches. And 6 minutes later, she was just gone. I'm gonna think about that one for a while.
The truth is out there. Stay tuned.